Hey everybody, this is Shay. I wanted to kind of do a quick little video as to what the differences between acrylic and gel polish are. Acrylic is not actually polish first and foremost. I didn't really know that starting off. If you've ever heard of or seen, the nails that people get put on, people can get acrylic nails put on and they basically have them glued on. However, the confusion comes in with, I think, some people when they don't realize that you can have acrylic actually painted onto your nail. So just kind of like you would have an acrylic nail glued onto your nail, you can have acrylic painted onto your nail. And basically what it is if you go to the salon, they actually have like this powder substance that they mix with a little bit of water, like a few little droplets of water. And they put a little bead of this acrylic substance onto your nail and they smooth it out. They basically put it on top of your nail. And it's basically kind of like painting a fake nail on top of your nail. Some people just get tips of acrylic nails. Other people have the acrylic painted on. So if you ever hear of like painting acrylic on, that's what they're talking about. They're talking about they're not actually having a nail glued on or a tip glued on, but in fact they're getting the overlay actually just painted on there. Some pros and cons to this. If you're a person who just want your nails to look nice, and maybe you want to kind of strengthen them a little bit as far as like maybe you do a lot of stuff or your nails break really easily. You want something that's going to make your nails thicker and tougher for while that acrylic is on there, then it's a great thing to do. However, if you're a person who's kind of conscientious of what their nail actually is going to be going through, then acrylics may not be the thing for you, because the catch with acrylic is that it's painted on there, and to get it off, it's kind of an ordeal. It's not something that you can just rub off with nail polish. It's not something you can easily just soak off. Acrylic is, you're going to have to use chemicals, you're going to have to sand it down, you're going to have to, in a lot of ways, damage your nail possibly. You definitely want to have somebody who knows what they're doing if you're going to get acrylic done. It's not to say that it's terrible for your nail, but there are better things. I would still say that probably getting acrylic painted on seems better than getting acrylic nails glued on, but that's just my take on it. Super glue doesn't budge for anything in my book. Great things about acrylic nails though overall, it's just that your nail is going to it's going to look nice. It's not going to peel and flake and chip like your natural nails might. You will have to get refills, is what they call it, done, where basically, since you're having this thick layer of acrylic painted onto the surface of your nail, kind of like when you've had your nails painted for a long time and your nails start to grow and you get that little line at the very edge by your cuticle, you're going to have that problem, but a little bit more severe with the acrylics. And it's basically just that the acrylic portion that has been painted has actually moved out. And so the refill portion, just kind of like you would with an actual nail that's glued on, they just are going to go in there, they're going to sand it out, smooth it out, they're going to add in some more nail, painted acrylic that is, into that area between your cuticle and where the actual acrylic has grown or been pushed to fill that in so it looks like there's nothing that has moved or shifted. So if you're ever confused about the whole acrylic deal, that's what it is. I just had no idea when I originally heard that. I'd had several friends tell me, you just get acrylic painted on, it's your real nail. And I was like, okay, I don't know what that means. So that's what it is. Now, as far as gel polish goes, acrylic is something that you do for your nail. Acrylic is not necessarily a polish. However, there are color acrylics. So some people will get white acrylic painted onto the tip of their nail to make it look like they have French tips, as well as other colors. There are color acrylics, which when you do them, they look like polish once they're done. However, it's not something you can just rub off. Like I said, you'd have to actually get the whole bit of acrylic removed, trimmed down, cut down, sanded down, that whole bit. So it's kind of more of a permanent thing. If you're like a wishy-washy person or you like to change your nails every other day, do not get acrylic. I can just tell you that now. Just don't do it. As far as the gel polish goes, the big difference with gel polish is that that's what it is. It's polish. It's not some kind of nail that you're putting on top of your nail. It's not any kind of real change. It's just like polish. The difference with gel polish and regular polish is this polish is actually going to last. Which for a person who does a lot of stuff, that might be a big deal that you pay, $20, $30 to go get your nails done. Ignore my cat in the background. And you end up with a manicure that only lasts a couple days. It's expensive and it's frustrating. And yeah, it's not fun. So the thing with gel polish is basically an hybrid of polish that I guess scientists have come up with. And it's basically polish that's cured under a UV light. And the UV light cures this polish in a way where once you stick it in there, and it's usually for like a ridiculously short amount of time, like 30 seconds to 2 minutes or something, once it's cured, it actually is dry. And like, when I say dry, I mean like, it's dry. That's it. So that is amazing for the people who go, oh my goodness, I hate how I have to spend the next 4 hours after the nail salon, like, being careful and not putting my hand in the bag. It's dry. I clearly, I'm sure you can tell at this point, am an advocate for gel polish. Pros to gel polish. The shine lasts much longer than your regular clear polishes. It's something that is as easy as regular nail polish to apply. You can actually do gel polish at home yourself. I feel like acrylic might require some skill and some practice, and it might involve some butchering of your nail. Gel polish also, you can get it in a variety of colors. You can get everything from glitters to, metallics to solid colors. There's a gambit of options. It's not a limited thing. The other pros to gel polish, it's just something that it lasts for a long time, and that time span is usually about 2 weeks, which legitimately, when I say 2 weeks, literally your polish will not start giving you problems until around 2 weeks. Some people have had longer, some people have had shorter. It kind of depends on the wear and tear that you do give your nails. But for example, I think I'm like 5 days into these, and they look like I just had them done. They're still shiny. They haven't peeled, they haven't chipped, they haven't flaked, none of that, which is great. And so your manicure will dry quicker, last longer. It is more expensive. That is one of the downsides. Gel polish is typically about 50% more. That's about the average, at least you could say, 50% more than a typical just nail polish paint job. So something to consider. Most people feel like it's worth it because instead of paying for polish and then it chips, they pay a little bit extra, but it actually lasts for 2 weeks. It's worth it. I personally feel like if I were going to get my nails done at this point, I would want gel polish. However, gel polish is something that you can do at home. You will have to buy the necessary things to do it, but like I said, it's kind of like painting your own nails. Cons to gel polish. The biggest con, I would say, just in my personal opinion, is removal. No, removal is not as damaging as I would say the acrylic is, removing that, because that's actually, it's a more permanent adhesion process. However, gel polish is kind of more, you're going to sit there with, you have to remove it with pure acetone. You're going to sit there with pure acetone and soak it in a cotton ball, put that soaked cotton ball on your finger and wrap it in foil, or get like the shellac wraps, which is basically just a fancy cotton ball with tape around it, soaked in acetone. And you're going to have to soak your nails in acetone for at least 10 minutes. I find it takes me about 30 minutes to get both hands completely clear of everything. And whenever you do the gel polish, you're going to have like a foundation coat and your color coat and your top coat, that kind of thing. So you will still have those layers. It's not like you can just paint color on and that's it. Like I said, they say 10 minutes. I find by the time I actually sit there and get all the polish off, it takes about 30. Which is not the end of the world, but that's clearly more than like the 2 minutes you spend rubbing regular, nail polish that you paint off. However, the great thing is when you do remove it, um, gel polish, unlike regular polish, if you painted your nails, say like red, like if you're a red nail person, or even something like this pink, and there's a lot of pigment in it, if you're into dark colors, when you normally remove that with regular nail polish, um, it has a tendency to stain your nails, and that's not cool. Gel polish does not actually soak into your nail. When you go to remove it, after you soaked it for 10 minutes, you actually can take like an orange stick and just push it off. It'll actually start to like flake off. So when you actually pull the cotton ball off, you'll see it. It's all like mumbled jumbled. It looks like somebody put paint scrapings or scrapings, excuse me, all over your nail, and that's how it comes off. So it's not difficult, but it does take a little bit of time. So that's my whole review. Like I said, there's several companies that do acrylic that you can buy products from. There's several companies that do gel polish. Be warned though, some companies say that they make gel polish, and you need to make sure that it's actually gel polish that's cured under UV lamp, not just gel used as a trendy term. Because there are a few gel polishes that are actually regular polishes. But, you know, look forward to my other videos and tutorials to kind of learn more about that. But I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, just let me know down there. And I will get back to you guys later.